When you talk about pure dominance in modern boxing, one name sends a chill through every division from bantamweight to super bantamweight: Naoya Inoue. They call him the monster, not because he's loud, not because he talks trash, but because once the bell rings, he destroys. Born on April 10, 1993, in Zama, Kanagawa, Japan, Inoue's journey didn't begin under bright lights. It began in a small gym under the watchful eye of his father, Shingo Inoue. From childhood, Naoya wasn't trained to simply win. He was trained to perfect every movement: balance, timing, foot placement, punch accuracy. While other kids played, Inoue studied distance. While others chased knockouts, he chased perfection. As an amateur, he built an outstanding record of 75 wins and only 6 losses. But numbers don't tell the full story. Even back then, opponents felt something different. His punches didn't just score points, they hurt. His body shots drained energy. His right hand echoed in gyms. In 2012, Inoue turned professional. Most fighters take years to challenge for world titles. Inoue needed only months. In just his 6th professional fight, he won the Japanese light flyweight title. 2 fights later, in only his 8th pro bout, he became WBC light flyweight world champion. 8 fights. A world title. That kind of rise is almost unheard of. But Inoue wasn't interested in defending a single belt for years. He wanted challenges. He wanted bigger names. He wanted history. In 2014, he moved up to super flyweight and faced Omar Narvaez, a seasoned champion who had never been stopped. Narvaez was experienced, durable, and respected. Many believed Inoue was moving too fast. 2 rounds later, Narvaez was stopped for the first time in his career. The boxing world took notice. But the true explosion of the monster happened in the bantamweight division. In 2018, Inoue entered the World Boxing Super Series tournament. The format was simple: the best fight the best. No easy paths, no protection. His first opponent, Juan Carlos Payano, lasted just 70 seconds. 1 right hand, 1 collapse, 70 seconds. In the semifinal, Inoue faced the undefeated IBF champion Emmanuel Rodriguez. This was supposed to be competitive. It wasn't. Inoue dropped him multiple times and finished him in 2 rounds. It wasn't reckless aggression. It was controlled destruction. And then came the fight that defined his heart. The final against Nonito Donaire in 2019. Donaire wasn't just another opponent. He was a legend, a multi-division champion, a veteran with power and intelligence. For the first time, Inoue faced someone who could match him in moments. Early in the fight, Donaire landed a brutal left hook that fractured Inoue's orbital bone. Blood streamed from his eye. His vision was damaged. For many fighters, that injury would be the beginning of the end. But for Inoue, it was a test of character. He didn't panic. He adjusted. He relied on fundamentals. He endured pain. Over 12 intense rounds, he battled through adversity. In the 11th round, he landed a devastating body shot that dropped Donaire. It was a reminder: even hurt, the monster still carried thunder in his fists. After 12 rounds of war, Inoue won by unanimous decision. That night, he didn't just prove his power, he proved his courage. He unified the bantamweight division. But he wanted more. In 2022, Inoue faced Donaire again in a rematch. This time, there was no long battle, no dramatic comeback, just pure dominance. Inoue stopped Donaire in 2 rounds. Clinical, ruthless, final. With that victory, he became the undisputed bantamweight champion, holding the WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO titles simultaneously. In the 4-belt era, that achievement places a fighter in rare company. But Inoue wasn't finished chasing history. In 2023, he moved up again, this time to super bantamweight. Critics questioned whether his power would carry to a heavier division. After all, speed sometimes rises in weight, but power doesn't always follow. His opponent was Stephen Fulton, an undefeated unified champion known for skill, movement, and ring IQ. Many believed Fulton's style would neutralize Inoue's aggression. Instead, Inoue delivered a masterclass. He cut off the ring with patience. He targeted the body. He broke Fulton down round by round before stopping him in the 8th. It wasn't wild. It was surgical. Then came Marlon Tapales for undisputed status at super bantamweight. Another champion, another challenge, another statement. Inoue stopped Tapales and became undisputed in his 2nd weight division. 2 divisions, undisputed in both. That is not normal greatness. That is generational dominance. What makes Inoue different isn't just knockouts. It's efficiency. He wastes nothing. His jab sets traps. His footwork keeps him balanced to punch at any second. His body shots are crippling, often ending fights before the final blow even lands. Opponents don't just lose to Inoue. they break down. He doesn't rely on hype. He doesn't build drama. He doesn't insult opponents to sell fights. He lets his fists speak, and when they speak, divisions listen. In an era where social media noise often overshadows skill, Inoue remains focused, quiet, disciplined, dangerous. Experts consistently rank him among the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Analysts study his technique. Young fighters try to copy his body punching. Trainers show his footage as examples of balance and timing. Yet outside the ring, he remains humble, family-oriented, reserved. He trains in Japan, away from constant spotlight, sharpening his craft. The scariest part? He's still improving. Each division he enters becomes a chapter in history. Each champion he faces becomes another name added to a growing legacy. He isn't just collecting belts. He's building an era. From a young boy guided by his father's discipline, to a two-division undisputed world champion, to one of the most feared fighters on the planet, Naoya Inoue has transformed from prospect to phenomenon to legend, and he's still writing the story. When future generations study this era of boxing, they will talk about speed, they will talk about power, they will talk about undisputed champions, and they will say one name with respect: the monster, Naoya Inoue. And until someone proves otherwise, the throne in the lower weight divisions belongs to him.